In these burnt out times, I've realised a few things about myself. I'm lazy, ugly as sin, and can't keep to the schedule of one video a week to save my life. But aside from all that, I've also realised a ton of shit about other people. Mainly that some idiots can't be arsed to follow simple rules and their stupidity is what's keeping all of us in a Jesus lockdown. A few weeks back, one of these idiots revealed themselves to the world after a video on Facebook went viral of a 40-something-year-old bitch giving Coleman's workers shit because she didn't want to wear a mask. And after she got rightfully kicked out, she threw a fucking fit on Facebook Live about it. So before we looks at that, let's all have a laugh at the NTV report on her meltdown. Should be a good laugh.
You may have heard about the latest viral video involving someone who went into a retail outlet without a mask. This time it was Coleman's grocery store in St. John's. The woman said she was medically exempt from wearing a mask but was refused service anyway.
And there's a good fucking reason for it. I understand if you've got a medical condition and can't wear a mask, like that's fine. But guess what? I'm not getting a fucking virus just because you've got a medical condition. I'm sorry to disappoint you. And it's not like you have to go outside anyways. You don't have to be going into these fucking stores. Almost all of these grocery spots, all of the fast food spots, they have some form of delivery service in place. So any old cunt who complains about mask guidelines obviously do not have any fucking clue what they're talking about. Another thing, isn't it a crazy coincidence how all of these people with medical conditions are either middle-aged hags with big fucking egos or they're low-life drug addicts who stumble around the store like a George Street regular? Like, I mean, what a coincidence. The same time we have a variant. I guess they forgot to report all the sudden asthma cases that suddenly fucking rose up here. I mean, I might just be a crazy conspiracy theorist, but I'm gonna take a guess that all of these druggies and crackpots magically getting mask-proof medical conditions might be completely full of shit.
So I'm at Coleman's on Newfoundland Drive, and they're refusing me because I have no mask on.
Cut the fucking camera right there, missus, because you just explained in your own words why these workers aren't serving you. Shouldn't even be up for debate.
So I'm going to get your name, and you're going to be put on notice for refusing me food as a sovereign being, okay?
I'm telling you, watching this as a fast food worker really hurts, because you deals with these kinds of cunts all the time. And yes, I called her a cunt. I don't give a shit if you think it's a derogatory term, cause none of these kinds of people deserve any of your respect. They don't own every store they walks in, yet the second you does anything which slightly gets them going, the first thing they does is try to get your name and make you feel like an idiot and a dumbass, all because you are trying to help out the rest of the population. I'm honestly half glad this missus got all this on camera, cause if it wasn't for her recording her own stupidity, this poor bastard might have been fired. Honestly, Karens, man, they're the scum of the fucking earth.
Since being posted, the video has more than 120,000 views, with no shortage of criticism for the woman who declared herself a sovereign being.
A sovereign being? Alright, missus. If you actually understands what that phrase means, which is a pretty fucking far stretch, then using it in this context makes no fucking sense at all. Let's consider this missus a sovereign being just for a second. It doesn't matter if Mrs. is from Newfoundland, a natural born citizen as she puts it. She should still know damn well how the laws work, even more so. By her logic, I could walk into a bank, no clothing whatsoever, hairy 70s porn star chest and all, Ron Jeremy look on the go, and expect to get served. After all, I'm a sovereign being, so why wouldn't they serve me? Yeah, that makes a ton of sense, don't it?
Coleman's is following its own policy, which is that if you're in the store, you need to wear a mask, especially now, with a variant in play.
Well, there you go. It's the store's policy, so your stupid sovereign being bullshit doesn't even apply. They make the rules about what you can do in their store. Your anti-mask bullshit doesn't matter. Either follow the policy or get out and go fuck yourself. Those last two, do it in whichever order you please.
And while the Avalon remains in Alert Level 5, Coleman's will continue with the same mask policy. They ask any customer who has an issue with wearing a mask inside their stores to use curbside pickup or delivery services. Ben Cleary, NTV News.
God love Coleman's, bah. Telling the old bags where to go and how to get there for as long as I can remember. But that's not the end of this video. Not yet, at least. We're gonna have a look at the anti-mask goofball's response to all of the flack thrown our way. Make sure you has your popcorn ready, cause I ain't holding back.
Those getting tested are the reason we are locked down, absolutely. And you don't have to get tested, by the way. That's a recommendation. No one can force you to get a test.
Yeah, you heard it here first. All you people getting tested for COVID after getting symptoms, this is all your fault. So next time you develop a deadly virus, throw your mask away and go to your nearest Colemans to yell at retail workers. If that isn't doing your part for the community, I don't know what is.
Oh yeah! Wait a minute, look at this! Look at this! Are you the suckle?
In all seriousness though, that's the stupidest comment I think I've ever heard. The people getting tested and following guidelines are probably the reason why my parents and grandparents are still alive. Don't try and pin this lockdown on the people actually listening to the rules. If anything, all you anti-mask idiots are the reason why people are getting it in the first place. You can't tell me that these anti-maskers don't smell like a Chinatown fish market. This missus included 100%.
That's a very dangerous medical procedure. That can actually, there's people going around in this province with cerebrospinal fluid running out of their nose because they punctured the blood-brain barrier. That's the truth.
Man, what do we need Dr. Fitzgerald for? Clearly this missus is like the fucking Dr. Phil in Newfoundland. Obviously, putting a piece of cloth over your mouth is a very dangerous medical procedure. I mean, I might as well be a fucking brain surgeon for doing it myself. It's that complicated to put on. How else are you gonna put a fucking fabric of clothing around your mouth? How the fuck do you do that? What are me hands for? I don't know. And where are all these cases of boys in Newfoundland walking around with spinal fluid pouring out of them because of the masks? Either this missus is walking around on the set of the next Final Destination movie, or she's coming up with another bullshit excuse just to cover her ass. Maybe she's just speaking from personal experience though. It wouldn't shock me if she had a bit of brain fluid missing. It'd explain a fair bit, I'll leave it at that. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today. There's like a 16-minute video that Mrs. posted on Facebook, but I swear if I look through it all, I'd probably have brain fluid dripping out of me mask too. So I'll leave that for you to check out. Me personally, I think I've heard enough out of her for today. This has been Leaf Carlo, and I'll see you on the right side of the rock. Have a good one.